develop or enhance your executive presence as a leader. In this video, I'm going to share with you a couple of secrets that will help you to start developing or enhancing your executive presence to the point where you start to influence a room without saying a word. Now, if this sounds like a topic you are very interested in, or you might want to learn a little bit more about, I am encouraging you to watch this video until the end, because I'm going to share with you over 20 years worth of experience being a senior executive and understanding the importance of executive presence. Now, if you are new to me, welcome. Sorry for the bump there. If you are one of my amazing subscribers, welcome back, friend. This channel heavily focuses in on advanced communication skills and strategies that will help you to communicate more confidently and concisely under pressure. If you subscribe to this channel, you will learn strategies and techniques that will help you to be the person that does not freeze when you are in front of a group of people and the room is watching. And you'll also be that person that just stands out from the competition as an amazing person. Now, when it comes to executive presence, I have an entire playlist dedicated to this topic. You're welcome to take a look at it. It is called Executive Presence Mastery. And I go into a lot more subjects and aspects of executive presence. I'm not doing this very short live today. When it comes to executive presence, there's a lot of definitions out there. Executive presence is your ability to influence, inspire other people as a leader. That's my very humble definition. There's longer definitions out there, but I like to keep things a bit more simple as it relates to this topic, because a lot of people get confused about it. When you think of executive presence, what is the first words, characteristics that come to mind? Put it in the comments below. Now, when it comes to being able to influence a room without saying a word, I like to focus on 3 aspects of communication I talk about here on my channel quite a bit, that most people in the world struggle with as it relates to how they communicate. That is eye contact, silence, and facial expressions. If you can learn how to master these 3 aspects of communication, now there's a lot more, that's why you subscribe to the channel to learn more, but I focus on these 3 areas. It will help you to stand out from everybody else. Now, when it comes to having your executive presence and influencing a room without saying a word, we're going to focus on 2 of those. One is your eye contact. When you walk into a room, you should be able to make eye contact with the individuals in the room as quickly as you can. You may not be able to see everyone, but there needs to be a direct eye contact that you're making with the people that are in the room. Now, if you want to learn more specifics in terms of how to have eye contact, look out for my cowboy analogy that I talk about in many of my videos. It will help you. So making sure you have eye contact with the entire room is a great way for you to build executive presence, because it creates a reason for people to have to pay attention to you, because you are mastering a skill that most people feel uncomfortable with. Now, I want to say hello, Bishop Burton. High five, friend. Good to see you. It's been a while. Good to see you, Bishop. Bishop Burton says, good morning, my sister. It is good to see you day. All right. Thank you so much. Absolutely. I appreciate you being here, Bishop, and I hope you are doing well, friend. Good to see you. I want to say hello to those of you watching the live today. Let me know what part of the big, beautiful world you are joining from today. And when you hear the word executive presence, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Leave it in the comments below. We're going to wrap up this live in the next probably 1 to 2 minutes. Now, I shared with you one aspect of executive presence that can help you to influence a room without saying a word, and that is your eye contact. Having eye contact with the people in the room shows that you are comfortable making that direct eye contact with other people that most of the time people are uncomfortable doing. How many of you have been in a situation where someone's making eye contact with you and it feels awkward? Like you feel like you just have to, it doesn't feel comfortable? This is the reason why you can influence a room without saying a word. The next aspect that I want to share with you that will help you to be able to have an executive presence and influence the room without saying a word is your posture. Your posture is very important. If you walk into a room and you're potentially dragging your feet or you're slunched over, people do not notice you as much because you somewhat blend into what's going on with most people. However, if you decide to sit up straight or walk in straight, then automatically you will appear a bit taller than what you normally do. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean just because someone's tall, they get an executive presence. It's not that. It's just your posture shows that you care about the way you are presenting yourself to other people. Now, my third strategy I want to share with you really quickly as it relates to having an executive presence and influence in the room without saying a word is your appearance. Now, I know there's several executive presence books that talk about your appearance is a very small portion of executive presence. There's a book out there that talks about a 60% gravitas, 40% communication, and 10% appearance. I completely disagree with all of that, which is why I'm making my own executive presence book here very soon. But your appearance is important. Does that mean you have to be dressed like you're going to a formal event every time you go to work? Not necessarily, but you should be dressing like that best version of yourself. What would the best version of yourself look like? How would they act? All of those things. Making sure you have attire that helps you look your very best will absolutely help you have that executive presence and influence the room without saying a word. I want to say hello to 32 Acre 87. Hello, hope you're doing well today. I've given you a couple strategies to consider as it relates to your executive presence. Now, I want to know from you in the comments below, what are some strategies that you have used in the past that have helped you to develop and enhance your executive presence? Please put them in the comments below. We'll go live a little bit later this evening. For those of you new to the channel or my subscribers, I will be going live a little bit later than my normal time, so it'll be probably closer to 8 o'clock when I go live this evening, but I'll send a message out to the community to let you all know, and I will see you